Welcome back to another episode, guys. Back on the lake today, doing the intro after I've done the outro. So I did do an intro this morning about getting up on the flats and trying to catch some fish. Flats intro, take 50. Had my brother out this morning, so we've done a bit of a flat session. Did not go to plan. The tide really wasn't working in our favour and we didn't really find any fish. Managed to get the biggest pike that I've ever seen. Holy fuck, that's the biggest pike I've ever seen. That's not what we're after. Is that the biggest pike you've ever seen? Wow. Oh, righto, get it out, mate. But he had to go shortly after that, so I've just snuck back out for a few hours just to try and catch a couple more fish, which I did get a couple, so stick around and see how the day panned out. That's definitely a squid. A squiddy. There are heaps of squid around at the moment. Just hold that there.
More squid. You're on, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, if you're feeling yanks on your vibes, chances are it's going to be these fellas. Having a squid jig handy, just drop it straight down. You've either got some fresh ripper bait or dinner, which I think we're going to have a cook up tonight. Might have some squid, I think. So if they are hanging around the boat, just put your vibe and just hang it in the water. They'll hang around that vibe. Oh, he's off. They'll stay attracted to the vibe so you can get your stuff ready and then drop it down next to it. Squid on. There's a fish. Oh. Not doing a lot either. Slowly coming in. Ah, she's all tangled up, that's why. Hang on, I think it spat the hook and then I've pinned it in the butt. Oops. Oh no, she's just tangled. Oh, sorry dude, you are all tangled up. Just over 40 and perfect eating size. So that thing there is going to come home with me, squid and flatty I think, for dinner tonight. How good. That bite. A little flatty. Another little perfect eating size, how good. Cracking little flat. He's about 40 as well, so he'll be going straight into the Livewell, and we'll be having a nice little feed tonight. So I'm fishing with that 125 Samaki vibe out in this deeper water, using this sack scent, giving it a nice liberal coating of that, and seems to be doing the trick today. A little bit out of the box thinking today, so there is literally hundreds and hundreds of boats and jet skis out today. So what I'm trying to do is just avoid the crowds, get away from everybody else, and just take a really keen eye on the bottom. And if I can see just any kind of little pebbles, rocks, just anything, I'll pull up, regardless if there's bait or not. I'll still just give it a couple of casts and see how we go, which was actually what happened here. So I didn't see any bait. I did see a couple of little pebbles on the bottom. Then right where that little bit of structure was, that's where I picked up that little flatty. So definitely pays to spend the time looking at your sounder and just cruising around. Try and avoid the crowds if you can. Obviously they're going to be trying to pick the eyes out of all the good spots, but yeah, just out of the box a bit. Go and try and find your own spots and spend some time and you'll find some fish. Some of you guys might be thinking, what's he talking about, pebbles on the bottom? Like, how does he see that kind of thing? Well, I'm just going to go straight past how I found them and where they are on the sounder so you can see what I'm talking about. So we're just going to head past them right now. So you can see on the side scan these little dark patches and light patches. So that's just rocks and pebbles and stuff that are on the bottom. They're probably quite big, but if you think about it, like these fish that are out in this big open basin, if you think of Lake Macquarie as a fish tank, if you were to drop one pebble down into that fish tank and then put a goldfish in there, where's the goldfish going to go? It's going to go straight over and sit right on top of that rock or try and hide behind it. So it's the same principle with Lake Macquarie. Because it's just a big deep basin, a lot of the time these fish will just hug these rocks or structures or whatever. So you really want to try and target those areas to maximise your chances. Yeah, if there's bait around it and there's active bait, you're going to have a higher chance of catching a fish. But that doesn't say that the fish aren't going to be there. So sometimes the bait schools might move off, but the fish might still hug that rock. So that's just a prime example then. There was no bait there, but there were those rocks. So that was enough for me to pull up and have a throw, and then got that little flatted off it. So just food for thought, guys, and that side scan is just worth its weight in gold. Like, you can really see out both sides of the boat and cover a lot of ground looking for these areas. But yeah, just promise me one thing, these tips, if you're going to catch you more fish, if you get those big girls, just make sure you're looking after them for me, get them back in there, and we can all enjoy them. Oh, there's a fish. Geez, you come up and smack it up the top of the lift too. Doesn't feel like a bad fish either. Good fish. Very good flatty. Look at that thing. All tangled up. Caught me by surprise, that big girl. Oh, that was the best hookup. It was just basically looped around its gill. It didn't even pin any of it, so it was just holding it there essentially. So that's really, really good. Let's have a quick measure. Oh, look at that. Oh, she's not quite in tagging range, but have a look at that thing. 68 centimeters. Absolutely big, healthy fish. How good is that? Alright, we'll get it back. Oh, see you, big girl. What a beautiful thing. Look at you go. How good. Whoa, holy. How good was that? Beautiful big flatty. Same deal though. Found those small little rocks that was on the bottom. Totally different spot. Never been here before. No bait, no nothing. Just focused on those rocks, bit of structure, and beautiful, beautiful big flathead. So absolutely stoked with that. And look around, no boats in sight. It was awesome. I think I might call it. Starting to get drenched now. All the equipment's getting wet. That nor'easter is absolutely blowing now. So quite uncomfortable, and it's not really good for filming. So might take the fruits of our labour, go back and have a bit of a cook up this evening, which should be absolutely fantastic. But I'll tell you what, it was good to get back on the lake, so even with the crowd. So thanks for watching, guys, and until the next one, hook in.